Hey guys, what's up? It's Moses here at the Driver Success Channel. So today I just want to follow up with a video that I made last time. It was a video where I was giving you a time frame that you can use to help you make the best of your first year in trucking. And I said that my advice is that you do not go into training during the winter months. Now, I know that there are some drivers that will disagree with me because they will say that it's good for you to go out, train in the winter so that you get the experience of driving in snow and chaining up if you require to chain up. And to me, the reason why I say that that's not a good idea is because I have a friend that went through a bad experience during his training. He trained during the winter months, and they were, I forget exactly where they were, but he had finished driving. He went to sleep in the bank, and a few hours after, he wakes up on the floor with everything in the bank all over the place, and his trainer was just cursing and throwing about around F-bombs. And so this guy wakes up to realize that their truck and trailer had turned over. So just because somebody is a trainer doesn't mean they don't make mistakes. And just because somebody is experienced doesn't mean they can't get into an accident. So to me, when it comes to driving in snow, my whole attitude is if chains are required, that means the situation is dangerous enough for me not to drive. If I ever come to a place where I don't feel comfortable driving, that's whether it's snow, whether it's rain or anything, I always will take my way out and just park the truck. I remember when I was driving, I did drive for US Express. And this one time, it was during the winter season. I was in California going, I was going to go over the Donner Pass. And I realized that on the amber alerts, they were telling us that we had to chain up to go past Donner Pass. So I parked the truck. I told my manager that I wasn't going to chain up because they need us to chain up. So he told me I had to because the load had to be there. I told him I wasn't going anywhere. So he asked me, don't you want to become a trainer? Because I had applied to become a trainer with US Express. So he was like, if you're going to become a trainer, then you need to chain up because you need to teach others how to chain up. I told him if that was a requirement, then I'm withdrawing my application. Needless to say, he was just pressuring me because that wasn't a requirement. I did go through that training program. I did become a trainer. And also they had to find somebody else. Actually, they found a team operation to take the load from me, I think, so that they can go. I don't know if they chained up or they went around through another route. But anyway, for me, if chains are required, that tells me that that is already a bad situation for me to drive into. I started driving trucks in 2006, and all the years I've been driving trucks, I have never ever had to chain up. I have come close to it, but I have never chained up. Okay? I have driven in places where you have snow, but every time I go there, I need to make sure I can go through there. If I can't, I'm parking that truck. So that is my whole philosophy. I respect this truck, I respect its size, so I'm not putting myself in a bad situation. Now, I do watch videos and I do try to learn how to chain up, just in case. Because the only time I will chain up is, say for example, I went somewhere, woke up in the morning or during the night and realized that I'm in a situation that I need to get out of and I need to chain up. In other words, I will chain up only if I have to get out of a situation. I will never chain up to get myself into a bad situation. So that is why that's why I suggested that you guys shouldn't train in winter, because you don't know how your trainer is just because somebody is called a trainer doesn't mean they are experienced, like they have years of experience. And even if they did have years of experience, you don't want really to put your life in that kind of a situation. Now, having said that, we are all different. That is my opinion, and that is the way I look at life. But I know there are other people who have, who are risk takers, people who are not afraid to do certain things. Now, if that is your build, if that is the way you are, then it is okay for you to train during the winter months, because there are some jobs that really pay very well, but they require you to chain up because those loads have to be there. So those accounts pay a little bit more, and those accounts you get on, you have to know that it is a requirement for you to chain up if chains are needed. So if you are that kind of person, then yes, it is good for you to train during the winter months so that you get that experience if you are not afraid of that. But for the rest of us, if you are that kind of person who is not who is not a risk taker, then my suggestion is don't do it during the winter months. Never put yourself in a situation that you are not comfortable to drive into. Sometimes managers in some companies will want to pressure you to do that. But I know at least here at JB Hunt, always safety comes first. They will not, no one is going to force you to do anything that you don't feel comfortable doing. Never put yourself in a situation where your life and the life of others is at stake. So I just wanted to clarify that and just let you know why my suggestion was that you don't train during the winter months. And also, since it's during winter, I just wanted to throw that out to you, that if you are out there, you are just new to the industry, I want you to know that some companies have dispatchers that will want to force you to chain up. Don't do it. It is your life. That dispatcher, that manager of yours is seated in an office, in a cubicle. Maybe they have their heat on, they are just okay. You are out there on the road. You know how to handle this truck. If you don't feel comfortable doing anything, don't do it. Respectfully let your manager know, and then do the best you can in your career. That's the way you keep safe. That's the way you make sure that you are keeping alive here on the road. It can be dangerous. Never, never, never take risks that you are not comfortable taking. For those of you that enjoy taking the risk, power to you, then go ahead and do that. All right, guys, until next time, it's Moses here saying stay blessed and stay safe. Bye-bye.